Today's second video for you is first news story is from the Amhara region of Ethiopia. An opposition party from the Amhara region has demanded imposition of emergency in Wellega. State of emergency should be imposed in conflict areas where Amharas are being killed is the demand of this opposition party. Second news story is from Jerusalem, where Ethiopians have held a rally, a demonstration. Mostly ethnic Amharas are taking out Amhara genocide rallies, I am Fano rallies. It was one of such rallies in Jerusalem. We have a clip for you. A third news story is Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission, which was formed in February through a legislation. The commission was rejected by opposition parties, by opposition groups, armed groups in Ethiopia. But PM Abiy, Ethiopian government have been presenting this commission to international community as an evidence of the sincerity of the government to launch an inclusive dialogue with participation of all groups to find a lasting solution to Ethiopian problems. Now, a UN agency is going to fund this National Dialogue Commission of Ethiopia. Some meetings have been held between this commission members and UN agency officials. Should this commission, which is trying to find lasting solution to Ethiopian internal problems, be funded by an external party? And should UN fund this commission while it has been rejected by key players in Ethiopia? Fourthly, we have a clip for you which is being shared by several pro-Tigray news sources. The clip shows General Berhanu Jula, Ethiopian army chief, speaking about the capabilities of Ethiopian National Defense Force to fight a Tigray Defense Force. Abul Arba, Afar regional president, was also heard talking about Tigray, and he used very inappropriate language for TPLF. We have a clip for you, then we'll analyze this clip. And lastly, viewers, we have a new story from Uganda. We know that a Ugandan general, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has been sharing tweets to show solidarity with the people of Tigray. But it seems that now Ugandan government, Ugandan Ministry of Defense is distancing itself from the tweets shared by General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Firstly, viewers, first news story is about Wellega, 2 massacres in around 2 weeks, one in Gimbi, West Wellega, and the other is in Kalam Wellega. Hundreds have been killed, mostly ethnic Amharas. We have seen rallies, protests, statements by Amhara politicians, Amhara groups, Amhara political parties. Today, an opposition party of the Amhara region released a statement. It held a press briefing. Name of the party is NAMA, National Movement of Amharas. The party is led by Belate Mola. The party contested last year's election as opposition party, but it could not win lots of seats. Then it became part of the government. Belate Mola was made Minister of Innovation and Technology. The party today demanded imposition of state of emergency. The party says that Amharas are being killed, and local and government officials are involved too. That is, the solution is that state of emergency should be imposed in the areas where attacks are being carried out. So, NAMA is demanding imposition of state of emergency in Wellega, because mainly Wellega is the place, is the zone where such ethnic massacres are happening. Secondly, a party accused government bodies that the government bodies are complicit in the massacre, the genocide of Amharas, and it raised questions about Oromia region-based opposition parties as well, pointing its finger toward these parties like Oromo Federalist Congress and Oromo Liberation Front. Now, we don't know if Ethiopian federal government will impose state of emergency in Wellega or not. But my question is, if NAMA believes that Ethiopian federal government is part of this ethnic cleansing genocide campaign against Amharas in Oromia, why is NAMA part of the government? Why is NAMA's chief Belate Mola still Minister of Innovation and Technology? First of all, Belate Mola should resign. NAMA can resign as well. NAMA members of parliament can resign too. If they don't want to resign, but at least minister who is part of the cabinet, he has no right to be a minister of the government if he is accusing the government of being complicit in genocide of Amharas. But that is what is happening, that Belate Mola, being part of the government, is accusing the government. Ministers are part of the government. So, just statements. NAMA has failed to work as a true opposition party in Amhara region. That is why Skandar became popular, because Skandar was speaking for the people of Amhara region, though we may differ with his views, which were sometimes very strong views, especially about groups and parties in Oromia region. But Skandar was very vocal. NAMA is part of the government, but it tries to be an opposition party as well. You cannot have your cake and eat it. If you want to reap the benefits of the government, of being part of the government, then you cannot be an opposition party. An opposition party which wants to speak for the people of Amhara region will have to distance itself from the government, federal government, Amhara regional government. Now, will Ethiopian federal government announce state of emergency in Wellega? That remains to be seen. But I think in coming days, some key decisions are expected. Pressure is mounting on Ethiopian PM Abiy's government, and reportedly he is going to speak about Wellega issue in coming hours. Second news story is from Jerusalem, where Ethiopians have held a demonstration, a rally. We know that since the start of a military operation in Amhara region more than a month ago, Ethiopian diaspora community, mainly from ethnic Amhara group, has been protesting across the world. In UK, in Canada, in Germany, in France, we have seen rallies, those small rallies. I am Fano rallies, Amhara genocide campaigns. We have seen several such demonstrations and rallies. A rally was taken out in Jerusalem by Amhara ethnic group members. We have a clip for you. Watch this clip from Jerusalem.
No! Ethiopian! Bostaቸው ቀድመው አማራን ኢትዮጵያን ለማፍረስ አማራ ነው የአማራ ፋኖን ማሳደድ በአስቸኳይ ይቁም የአማራ ፋኖን ማሳደድ ያለምንም ሁኔታ በአስቸኳይ ይቁም። የአማራ ጄኖሳይድ በአስቸኳይ ይቁም።
ለገዳይ የአማራ ነጻነት እንታገላለን። በአስቸኳይ ሊኖረው ይገባል። የአማራ ሕዝብ የምናደርገው
Thirdly, was a very important news story. A commission which was formed in February this year to start a process of national dialogue involving all Ethiopian stakeholders to find solutions to problems, ethnic, religious, other problems being faced by Ethiopia is going to be funded by some foreign organizations. It's a shame, honestly. In February, Ethiopian federal government formed National Dialogue Commission through a legislation. Ethiopian parliament approved legislation and this commission was formed. The commission was formed to start consultations, broad consultations with political parties, with religious institutions, with scholars, with civil society, to make recommendations about finding solutions to Ethiopian ethnic, religious, border, regional issues. The commission was immediately rejected by several opposition parties of Ethiopia. Oromo Federalist Congress of Jawar, Bekele Garba, Murida Gudina rejected it. Oromo Liberation Front of Daud Ibsa rejected it. Ogaden National Liberation Front from Somali region rejected it. From Afar as well, parties rejected it. Baldiras rejected it as well. And TPLF is a terrorist party, a terrorist group. TPLF and OLA both were declared terrorist organizations last year. So they have rejected the commission as well. So the commission has been rejected by main players in Ethiopian politics, in Ethiopians corridors of power, main players like OLA, like TPLF, like OFC, OLF. They have rejected this commission. They want a restructuring of commission. They want inclusion of all parties, all groups for this commission to start national dialogue. Now, UNDP is going to fund this commission. United Nations Development Program is a UN's agency, and this UNDP and UNDP officials and National Dialogue Commission officials, members, they have held some discussions in recent days, and UNDP has decided to form a trust fund which Ethiopian government has approved, and UNDP and other aid agencies, they will fund this commission. The support will be financial, technical, training and other types of support will be given to this commission. It's a shame, honestly, that Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission is holding dialogue, holding meetings, conferences to find solutions to Ethiopian problems. But even this commission cannot be funded by Ethiopian government. Ethiopia needs assistance from abroad to determine, to identify problems which are in Ethiopia, which should be resolved. At least such commissions which are totally internal in their nature. Their work is internal. They are focusing on finding solutions to internal problems. These commissions should be free of any external influence. no external players, external organizations will be allowed to come close to these commissions, which are working to find consensus in Ethiopia. But you see that government has approved a trust fund to sponsor, to fund this commission. And UNDP also, be careful. A commission which has been rejected by so many players, political parties in Ethiopia, is being funded by UNDP. UNDP should tell Ethiopian government to form an inclusive commission, not exclusive. UNDP should ask Ethiopian government to form an inclusive commission with trust of all stakeholders in Ethiopia. But UNDP is going to fund this commission. Other organizations could also fund. I personally think that this commission should be free of any external influence. It should be totally Ethiopian. Ethiopian people, Ethiopian leaders be part of it, and it should be funded by Ethiopian resources, not by any party abroad. Fifthly, we have a clip for you, General Berhanu Jula and Abul Arba, Afar region's president. The clip is being shared by several pro-Tigray news sources, and they say that you see that on the one hand, Ethiopian government is offering to start talks. On the other hand, General Berhanu Jula is saying that ENDF is prepared to fight, to eradicate Tigray Defense Force. Why this clip? Then we'll talk about it.
Chief of Staff of Ethiopia's National Defense Forces, Field Marshal Berhanu Jula, attended an event organized by A's division of Ethiopia's army and said his forces were more ready than ever to fight Tigray armed forces. TPLF only likes to talk about its victories, while it's actually being defeated on the battleground. It tried everything to come to the center. After a lot of celebration, it found itself back in Mekelle. They don't talk about their loss. It must be noted that we are more prepared to fight them than can ever be to fight us. Afar Regional State President Haji Awal Arba also attended the occasion and made repeated references to snakes and the need for their eradication. It may be difficult to hit the snake on the head at first, but the main goal is to break its bone, and we were able to do that in Harbo. The junta should know that they will face a great loss if they should fight us.
Well, as regards General Berhanu Jula's comments, he's just saying that ENDF is ready to take on Tigray Defense Force. And that is what Tigray is saying. A few days ago, General Wellega spoke and he said that his army was prepared as well to launch military defense or take back territories under occupation. So it's not something which will be taken so seriously. But Awul Arba used a provocative language. He used the word snake for TPLF, it seems. He should be careful. Language shouldn't be provocative, because hate speech has led to so many problems in Ethiopia. So many massacres, so many killings are behind this hate speech. These leaders must be extra careful. They should not use such language. Last news story is from Uganda. We know that a Ugandan general in the past has shared several tweets, friendly tweets for the people of Tigray. His name is General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, very close to Museveni, Ugandan president. And some say Muhoozi Kainerugaba is the next president of Uganda, and in several tweets he said Tigrayans are brothers of Ugandan people. He showed solidarity with the people of Tigray when fighting was there in Tigray too. Now Uganda Ministry of Defense has distanced itself from the tweets of Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Minister of Defense of Uganda said that the tweets are personal opinion of the general. Can a general be allowed to have a personal opinion about an issue related to Ugandan foreign policy? I mean, no general can tweet about another country, about a group, about a region of another country. if it happens, action is taken, disciplinary action is taken against the general. Generals cannot share such tweets. So it means that this new statement has come after some pressure upon Uganda, which we saw when a website published an article citing an intelligence report shared in May that Uganda was hosting arming Tigray fighters, and Egypt, CIA were funding training of Tigray fighters on Ugandan soil. Uganda Ministry of Defense denied the report, and now Uganda Ministry of Defense is distancing itself from the tweets shared by General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Thanks for watching.